Welcome to Darrell K. Royal, Texas Memorial Stadium. We've got an excellent matchup in front of us on EA Sports College Football. The number 9 seed versus the number 8. It's the Michigan Wolverines against the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by my fellow Colorado grad, Joel Klatt, and Holly Rose patrolling the sidelines for us. Hey, Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Breaking into the clear. Legs still churning. Won't go down. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47. Offensive line getting set. Is first down. Ball handed off. And they've got him behind the line. Much better run defense this time.
Well, we know when it comes to Michigan that they've got to establish the run. We've seen it in the past with guys leading them to championships like Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, the Don. And today they've got to establish the run. It'll be this guy's job to do that.
He goes out of bounds, close to the 25.
Boy, if they give you that easy completion on the outside, you take it. And if you take it on time, you can create a little bit of yards after the catch. It's a really good job by that wide receiver. You can see as he gets himself off the line of scrimmage, it's soft coverage. And then once he gets the ball, he turns into a runner. That's a beautiful job right there and a really nice offensive play.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, we've seen this all year, and leaning on the running back, getting things started on the ground. This is why he's got over 1,000 yards, and today is going to be no different. They've got to establish the run in order to get to the play-action pass late.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. What a tremendous opening statement for this offense to get the first points on the board, to execute like that, a long drive in this pressurized playoff game.
That's exactly right, Chris, and I've already talked about establishing early momentum and how critical it is in these big games, in these huge environments, and they were able to do that right off the rip. What a great drive and a great series for them. Terrific play calling. I thought the rhythm was solid. Line of scrimmage played well, and here they are with an early score.
And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught quickly. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Such a good start to this drive. After the defense gave up the touchdown, the offense needs to get things started with an easy completion, a nice little gain, and now they've got something going.
So the catch sets up second and very short, and plenty of options for the offense. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. The Longhorns will crank up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Manning. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Just get the sense that he's forcing the football down the field. That's a tight window throw, and he's trying to fit it in there, and it gets easily batted away. He needs to allow the offense to work for him and take what the defense gives him.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. The tackle made, but it's enough for a first down. Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Look out, they continue to crank the tempo. Great execution, Joel, early in this playoff game.
Well, Chris, I knew they were going to go fast, but, man, seeing it in person, this is like hyperspeed. And the defense told us they would be ready, but they're not quite ready for this tempo.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
These linebackers are so fast. Watch them right here get behind the line of scrimmage. It's a big tackle for loss, and now the offense is behind the chains.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Longhorns look to keep this drive moving. They continue to feed their reliable wide receiver. Joe, he told us he cannot escape. It's a sack.
It's so important as a quarterback that you understand the momentum of the game and the possession. And they're able to gain some yards on that last snap and then give it all back on this snap. This quarterback's got to do a better job understanding the situation and maintaining the momentum of the drive.
And it's broken up. Great defensive play to prevent the deep ball.
Defense is playing well in all areas here. First, the pressure on the quarterback. He's clearly hurried, and because of that, I didn't feel like this was the best read. He just kind of jumps at it and throws it right into double coverage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that is not what you want on 3rd down. Terrible execution. This offense has got to be better moving forward. They're not going to win this game unless they get some 3rd down conversions.
Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. You're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. On the option, he keeps it. Gets past the 35. Out of bounds after a solid gain. Moves the ball across the 40. And right away, this running back rips off a big gain. And that was a question, right, Joel? On the road here in this playoff, could this offense quiet this crowd down by getting their running game going?
Chris, that's what makes this such a tough matchup for the home team is because this running back is so good. He can quiet the crowd. They're going to run their offense through him. This is one of the reasons why I felt like this lower seed was a real matchup problem for this group.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
Stop right there at the line. No gain.
You're trying to get the ball out quickly at or near the line of scrimmage, and you're just hoping that you can find a seam and that the defense won't pursue and tackle well in space. But this playmaker on the outside not able to get loose. That's a good job by the defense and no gain for the offense.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that will fall incomplete. They took a shot at what will be the final play of the first quarter. It's Michigan in front at the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here comes the 4th down play. Offense in the Wildcat. And the defense on alert. Makes the read. Here we go. 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He made the tackle, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs.
This offense has been aggressive all season long. And here on 4th and 2, they're aggressive again. And it's so difficult to stop. The blocking up front is outstanding, and they're able to lean forward and get the first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's got his man in the open field. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, this is the advantage of the modern running back. The guy that can gain yards between the tackle, but one that can create a play in the passing game. This is just a dump off on the outside, and he's able to just scamper into the end zone. Beautiful job by the quarterback, getting to him in the progression, and it's a touchdown for this offense.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, we knew they would start out with the run game. This running back has had over 1,500 yards. It's why he was a candidate for the Doak Walker Award. I love his speed and his vision. He's got to get established early if they want to have offensive success today.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Hand off to the back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Looking to convert on 3rd down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. And it's a direct snap. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO. Give the
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it on 4th down on their own side. Down. He's throwing for it. The receiver grabs it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Defense makes the stop. That'll be a turnover on downs. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Powers
excellent play by this defense, getting that tackle for loss and creating a second and long. And now from an offensive perspective, just get half of this back. This next snap is about creating third and manageable. It's not about moving the chains.
The shotgun handoff here. He's got space. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Michigan. What a moment for a guy who was playing high school football a year ago. Barrels into the end zone. It shows why they trust him in this playoff game.
It's got to be a big confidence boost for him, but also for this entire offense, because remember, this is the guy that they're going to have to rely on if they want to win this game and make a deep run into the playoff. If they're running the football well, it'll be because of him.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. To throw, it's Manning. Bringing pressure. Contact as he threw it. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Yeah, I love the timing here of this out route. Chris, this ball has got to be thrown before the wide receiver breaks. The quarterback understands that, and that's what he sees. It's also imperative that he knows that he's got off coverage from that corner. That corner needs to have what's called deep responsibility. If he does, it's considered free access, and all you need to do is throw that ball on time, which he does for the completion. We normally see this guy make this play, and as a big tight end, you've got to play through contact. You've got to expect that you're going to get contacted right when that ball arrives, and it looked like he was almost surprised. He's got to make that catch.
Pass is caught. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw. No huddle now for the offense. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Townsend. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. Longhorns pick up enough yardage for a first down. The kind of play this quarterback has been making all season long. We wondered, Joel, with this pressure playoff game, could he continue this level of play?
Well, Chris, it looks like we have our answer. This guy is going to continue to play well, and now the defense, they've got to answer a question. Do we sit back in coverage and allow this guy to pick us apart, or do we get aggressive? I think the only way to slow him down is to get him off of his spot and try to blitz him a little bit. You've got to establish some way to disrupt his rhythm.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Here comes the rush. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working. And this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. QB keeper all the way. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain. So it sets up a 3rd and 8. Going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up for the first down of the 21. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
No mystery who they're looking to on 3rd down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
They'll be stopped after a gain of 3.
This secondary is doing a heck of a job. There's really nowhere to throw that ball, but I got to give a lot of credit to this quarterback because Chris, he just took what he could get and created a positive play out of something that really wasn't there.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO, and he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. 3rd and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Smothers. Touchdown, Longhorns, as they get on the board here in this playoff game. That was huge. We talked about the importance of this drive. There's been a struggle fighting
momentum and for their self-belief, and now they can go in at halftime and make some adjustments. You can take the success of that drive, and you can build on it, and potentially come out and have much more success in the third quarter and fourth quarter.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The shotgun running play call. Breaks into the clear. Breaks into the clear. Past the 50. Now the 40. Now here he goes. At the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. A tough run all the way to the end zone. What determination.
That's exactly what you want to do on offense here. You've got the lead, and then you've got a short field. Put the pedal down. Get in the end zone, and now they're able to do that. This offense is in a great rhythm. That needs to continue the rest of the day.
Extra point is good. It's a 3-touchdown lead now, 28-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The Longhorns come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They'll hand it off. He's got a crease. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. The back's got it. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense in hurry-up mode. They'll run it here. Showed off the stiff arm, but nowhere to go. He's held to a short gain.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Direct snap. Defense has got him, but that Wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down.
Well, Chris, if you want to win in the playoffs, you've got to be a good third down team. And here early in this game, they're able to get into 3rd and short and convert and move the chains. This is something to watch the rest of the game. Can they have 1st and 2nd down success and put them in position for an easy conversion?
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Lets it go quickly. And is intercepted. They bring him down, but a chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
Michigan will call time here, their second. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. After all that, heaves it deep down the middle. Catch made down inside the 10. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown on that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. The Wolverines will kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. The Longhorns offense takes the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Keeping the defense honest with the run game, always important. Plus, this offense is staying on schedule.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Looking for some space. It's Smothers. Brought down short of that first down. It's going to set up a 4th and 4.
Chris, this is a great example of how to defend the RPO from a defensive perspective. Number one, your secondary player has to stay home and defend the pass. Then you've got to get off blocks up front and win your one-on-ones. If you can do that as a front seven, you can stop the run without the help of that.
Hold on, Joe. Looks like this offense is going to go for it on 4th down on their own end of the field. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Context is he let the ball go. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Texas. This home crowd is in a frenzy. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
He keeps it on a design run. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Well, this is the advantage of a good quality big tight end, is that he can basically just post up the defense on a 3rd down and you create a first down for your offense. This is the type of mismatch that I think they should exploit the rest of the day.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Catch made by the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. yards on the pass play. Now it's 2nd down and 8 coming up. Quarterback still with the football. Got an opening here. He goes out of bounds, but the gain moves the ball into the red zone.
Really good play call here offensively. They're going to go with this read option. So they're going to read the in man on the line of scrimmage. And as he crashes down towards the back, the quarterback just keeps it. What I love about it is his athleticism on the outside.
Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. He barrels into the end zone.
I always talk about vision and patience from a running back, but there's also this other trait that you've got to have to be a great player, and that's a nose for the end zone. And here he's able to take the football, and he finds the goal line, and he puts it across. Beautiful job. This is why this guy is one of the best players in America.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. On the run, it's Sprout. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle. I love these drag routes from the slot receiver, and it takes a wide receiver that has a feel for space and coverage. He's got to understand whether it's man or zone. If it's man, put your chin in your shoulder and keep running through the green grass. If it's zone, settle down in the soft spot and give the numbers to the quarterback. Boy, this defense is very good. I've been impressed, Chris, in particular on film, how many times they knock the football away. These defenders are just always in phase, make it very difficult on any offense to complete the ball.
The Longhorns will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. To throw, it's Manning. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got space. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Michigan, as they put 6 more on the board. What a moment for this young wide receiver. It's his first playoff game, and he's got himself a touchdown.
I can only imagine, Chris, how many times he's thought of this moment during the course of all that preparation. You think of all those 7-on-7 camps, playing high school football. What do you do all that for? To deliver on the biggest stages once you get to college, and that's exactly what he's doing here.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
That is a good job by this wide receiver and the quarterback recognizing the zone coverage. When you've got a crossing route, you've got to sit down in that window. You see it zone, sit down, give the numbers to your quarterback, and he's able to put the ball on the frame, and they get a nice completion there. This is a great job of recognition from everybody on the offense, but more specifically that wide receiver and quarterback.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Look out, he's got space ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I think the best way to defend these drag routes is getting some contact early in this route. You've got to jam this wide receiver, in particular with his original alignment. If he gets a clean release, you're probably going to get that ball completed as an offense. So jam the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage, play some tight man, and force him to really work for that release. This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete.
Chris, I just get the sense that this quarterback is rushing. He goes through his reads. I think he does that a little quickly. He tries to get to the check down, throw this ball short, and he's unable to connect. He's jumping at the throws. Again, he's got to relax and establish some sort of rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it down the right side. The catch is made inside the 10. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. It's a run. Running back's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns. Still no answer for this offense.
It's a little late to get things going offensively. They just have not had a good day, and in particular in a big environment like this, I guess you take some solace in the fact that you're finally able to put it in the end zone. But Chris, nothing has gone right for this team today. And again, this offense was good all year long, and today they just had nothing.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. Michigan offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
I love that this offense and this play caller is not sitting back on this lead. They're being aggressive, and this is a great way to start this drive. I've always felt, Chris, that first down of the drive sets you up for success, so watch out on this series. This offense seems to be in rhythm.
So the completion yields 7 yards. Solid gain to set up 2nd and 3. That's a design quarterback keeper. Fighting him off. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
These are those little body punches in a heavyweight fight. You get a first down with the run game. The defense starts getting frustrated. Watch those safeties. If they start...
It's caught. He's breaking free. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28.
Chris, is such a weapon to be good in the screen game, and I think it's about the offensive lineman. You can talk about the backs and the quarterback all you want, but it's really about the linemen. Do they understand the timing of that faux pass set, the ability to get out in front and run the alley? This is a great job. Look at them set up those blocks on the outside.
And the Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over, and the defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
Offense made in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, what a grab! Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
That is a big conversion on third down, in particular in this area of the field. It looked like that defense was going to force a field goal opportunity. Now you're set up with first and goal. You got to punch this one into the end zone. Pay off that nice third down conversion. This offense is able to gain yards, run the football near the goal line. That is tough to do, and it sets you up for a little play action here. This defense has got to account for this run game because they're gaining positive yardage. Do you go play action? Maybe even get the quarterback on the outside.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Tackle is made, but the ball will be spotted at the 4. He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Third down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Nothing there as the defense stops him for no gain.
What a feeling it must be. You get into this playoff scenario and you play this well, in particular on the offensive side. Build a big lead, and now you're starting to look ahead, Chris. This next round of the playoffs, the matchups that could potentially happen. Tell you what, I'm excited for this group.
So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Launching one to the end zone. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Holy cow, Chris. This feels like a 14-point swing, like you called it. It's in the end zone, and he takes it back 100. My goodness. That is an enormous play in this game and will totally change the momentum going forward.
So they'll try for the 2-point conversion using the jumbo formation. Direct snap. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. Important 2nd down play coming up. On the ground, it's Marshall. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Timeout taken by Texas. They've still got 1 more left to work with. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Nowhere to go. The ball not loose. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, Chris, sometimes you just get a fortunate bounce, and right here, that bounce for the offense was tremendous. But also credit the hustle of the other players. They're trying to get blocks, and they're in the area so they can recover that fumble.
Now the Longhorns are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They can no longer stop the clock with the timeout. The Wolverines will have to punt this one away. They'll kick it away here. The ball will be down just inside the 30. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Looking to throw. It's Manning. And the pass is complete to the tight end. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
the second possession, so you got to go for broke. This ball has got to be thrown aggressively down the field. It needs to get into the end zone quickly.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Catch made over the middle. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And they heave it deep downfield. One last pass at St. Paul is incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Now, any playoff win you have to celebrate as a singular achievement. They had success last year, but fell short of the ultimate goal. Joel, let's see if they can go one step farther this year.
Well, in our conversations with this group, that's all they talked about, was getting back to this playoff and going further than they were able to go a year ago. We saw them win a playoff game last year. Here they're winning a playoff game this year, but again, it just doesn't feel like their ultimate goal, and that's why it's a bit subdued down on the field. They understand that the ultimate goal is still in front of them.
That's going to do it for our coverage. Our winner today takes one huge step towards realizing their dream, a national championship. We'll talk to you down the line. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA.